Hello and welcome to another edition of Contractor's Corner with me, your host, Colin Fast. Today I'm going to be showing you how to program the HBX1 series high bay, and this is just for the 120 to 277 volt series. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the most common type of programming, which is to set each individual parameter individually. So first thing that I would do is hit the 100% button for the detection range. This is the second row from the top. So you simply hit the 100%. When it dims down like that and the red light flashes, that means that it received the setting from the remote. So right now it's going to be detecting 100%. So right now I'm standing about 20 feet away, so it'll detect that amount of distance. If you want it shorter, hit 50% and so on. Next, you select the dimming level. So the next row down, you have the 0 to 100%, 20 to 100%, 30 to 100%, and 50. So this will be the setting that it'll dim down to that light level. So for demonstration purposes, it'll be easier to see if I go 0 to 100. And there we go, it's received it. Next, the photocell lux level. So this, if you have a lot of daylight, natural light, this will just only detect natural light. For most settings, you would just hit cancel. And sorry, I forgot to mention, the default factory settings are 100% detection range, 0 to 100%, and 2 minutes hold time with 50 lux photocell setting. So sometimes the fixture won't turn on right away, and that's because of the photocell option being selected. So it's always best to hit the cancel photocell option. Next would be the hold time. So you have the option of 5 second, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. For demonstration purposes, again, I'll be selecting 5 seconds so we can see the change. So I'll hit 5 seconds. Now if I stand really still, after 5 seconds, it will dim, or quicker than that. And if I move, there we go. So and again, I'm about 20 feet away. And at the install height of 18 feet, that's the max you'll get. There it goes off again. There we go. And if you were to have selected a different dimming level other than 0, so 20, 30, or 50, the standby time would be the amount of time it will be at that dimmed level. So I haven't selected that. Actually, I'll try. I'm gonna restart. So I'll select 20 to 100%. We'll see if it's able to see the difference on the camera here. Were you able to see that? Yeah? Okay. So for this, we'll pick, I'll hit 1 minute for the standby time. So now, after 5 seconds of no motion, it'll dim. And now for a minute, it'll stay at this dim level. If no motion is detected, then it'll shut off to 0. There's also the infinity button on here. So if you wanted it to remain at 20% and never turn off, it will stay at that level forever until motion is detected. Now, the other settings. They are not used with the previously mentioned settings. The second from last row down you'll see the 30%, 60%, 80%, and 100% button. These are just fixed dim levels. So if you just wanted to have it at 30% forever, you just hit 30% and it'll just stay at that. And the one below that is the timer, and that doesn't work with anything else either. It's just if you want it to be on a timer, it'll shut off after the selected time. So mode 1, this is another setting that doesn't work with the rest. Once you select one, just use that one. So for example, mode 1 would be 100% detection range, 100% to 0% dimming, and a 2-minute hold time, and that's it. Lastly, the top 3 buttons, so you have your off and on. So that'll just turn the fixture off. It's going to stay off until you hit another button. So you'll hit reset, and this will go back to the settings that you previously had. And the test button is just a test button to see if your remote is working. So there we go. You hit it, and it dims down for a few seconds. There we go.
Next, I'm going to show how to set different settings for multiple sensors on fixtures. Now, you can do this in the bucket when you're up there, or you can do it from the ground. You do have to set each one individually. So you just quite simply point and shoot. There's one. There's the next one. That's all there is to it.
The last point I want to make is the detection distance for the remote. So it's about 50 feet from anywhere. So when you have multiple fixtures, you can just point from one spot and set them all. There you have it. That's the how to set the settings on the HBX series high bay for the 120 to 270 volt.